Hey there lads and lasses, Jim Bob here. I am back, finally. I apologise for the lateness of these reviews. My Halloween specials, they have been released in November, like I said on my Instagram, and I do apologise about that, but I'm just recovering from a very sore throat that I've had the past couple of weeks, and I've been unable to even talk. So, if I can't talk to the camera, I can't do my review, so I'm sorry, I really am. But I'm back for good. Now, I'm still a little bit groggy, so I do apologise about that as well. Now, first off, I'm going to kick my third Halloween special off with the film Halloween. And this is the closest to horror perfection, which I think that we're going to get for a long time. Which is something this remake, well, not remake, the sequel to this first one, the new one that's come out, has failed to do. Which I will review that one soon. But for now, I'm going to stick with this one, and I just want to say that this film has the most creepiest soundtrack I've heard in a horror film. Like, it just builds up that sort of eeriness, which a lot of horror films don't really do now. A lot of horror films rely on loud bangs and loud sounds and something jumping out at you to scare you. But this film alone, its soundtrack could even creep me out. I mean, just listening to it, I had the sense that like I had to grip my pillow and hold on to it, hoping that a cushion would protect me from Michael Myers putting a knife through me. But like a pillow's a good weapon. And so first off, I'm going to dive right into the plot. Michael Myers, when he was 6 years old, murdered his sister in cold blood. He's taken them to a psychiatric hospital, and Dr. Loomis tries to reach him. And he fails to do so, so when Michael is a bit older, about 21 years old, he breaks out and he goes after a character called Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis. Now, Jamie Lee Curtis, I've always liked her as an actress, and this is probably the first film I ever saw her in. Now, I didn't really see this film until like 2011, and I haven't seen it again until recently. But I can see why this has gone down as probably one of the most iconic horror films of all time. Even just with the low budget of this film, all they had to do was put on a William Shatner mask, cut some eyes out, and there you go. Iconic horror villain in Michael Myers. Now, what I really like about this film is that it's so different from other horror films. Most horror films would rely on jump scares. Like, the camera sort of pans into a corner, there's nothing there. Pans back, still nothing there. Pans to the other side, still nothing there. Goes back to the middle again, and then there's something in front of you, and it makes a loud bang or a loud growl, and it's supposed to be scary. That shit makes me jump, but it doesn't scare me the way this film did. This film creates suspense. It's a little bit slow, but it builds up and builds up and builds up to the actual climax, and you find yourself gripping hold of your seat, shoving popcorn in your face. The popcorn's flying everywhere. You got to clean all that shit up later, but you don't care because you're so invested in the film. That's what this film does so goddamn well. The suspense and the stuff that it builds up. Now, the acting overall is not great. The acting is a little horrendous in some parts, like especially the death scenes of one of Laurie Strode's friends. When she's in a car, Michael Myers sort of grabs her from the back, and it seems like they used the same screen, like recorded it and then played it again, and they couldn't be able to do anything else with it. But that may be because of the low budget at the time, so I'm not really knocking the film or John Carpenter for anything like that. But what's really good about this film is another thing, is that the way Michael Myers is on screen, he's not up close that much. You don't see that much of him. He's mainly just in the background, standing behind a bush or a tree or a car, and just seeing him just standing there creates that eerie effect, and you can feel yourself shivering, the goosebumps coming through your body. That's what this film does so well. Now, overall, to me, the best character was Dr. Loomis. He's the most interesting character. He thinks that Michael Myers is pure evil, and I thought that his dialogue was the best. Nothing compared to Laurie Strode or her friends. Their dialogue is a little atrocious at times, but that doesn't really matter because this film is so eerie and so goddamn good that you just shrug all that off. You don't really care that the acting is bad in some parts. But overall, when Michael Myers goes after Laurie, you care. You want this girl to survive, and as you can see, Michael Myers just can't seem to die for some reason. Now, it never really explains it either. But then again, I haven't really seen the sequels. So I don't really know if he's invincible or not, but that's not particularly the thing that bothers me. The main fault I have with the film is some acting is a bit cringy, and every other character besides Loomis and Laura seem to be completely and utter dicks. Like some of the things they would say to her, and some of the things they do. Particularly, I won't be friends with somebody like that, but that's just me. So I'm going to give this film a solid 9 out of 10 from Jim Bod Talks Movies. So stay tuned, guys, for my reviews of Bohemian Rhapsody and The Slaughterhouse Rules coming very soon in the next few weeks. I will try and upload more regularly now that my voice is improving a little bit. It's a bit groggy at the moment, but I'm getting there. Blackcurrant Beechams, they do the trick. So, as always, guys, if you like what you see, smash that like button, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.